Hi, this is Steven.
And this is Jason from Expedition Bill.
We're here in the studio in Chicago and we've been working on our latest video project. We just got back from Winter 4x4 Jamboree
and we were riding a trail on the Sand Hollow.
We're really excited to share this project with you. We've got some beautiful footage and a great story to tell.
Yeah, bye guys, if you love the video, take a look.
Alright, this opening scene, Milt Thompson is spotting his wife Charlotte. Charlotte is a pretty excellent
I'm a wonderful,
wheeler.
submissive wife.
With over 600 vehicles, 1,000 plus participants in extreme weather, extreme conditions. This is Winter 4x4 Jamboree in Hurricane, Utah. I'm Steven with Expedition Built.
All right, here we are at the fairgrounds, Hurricane, Utah. This is morning staging. As you can see, there were 700 plus Jeeps there, builds of all different sizes, shapes. Really fascinating to see how much variety there was in the builds. I loved walking the staging lines, meeting Jeepers. What's happening here is you get in line for the trail that you signed up for that day, and behind your trail leader.
It's day 2, Sand Hollow. We're at Winter 4x4 Jamboree. We're in the staging line, so you can see all the Jeeps lined up. We're going to have almost 40 Jeeps with us today. We're going to run Milt's Mile. And the cool thing about today is we're going to be with Milt Thompson himself, the man, the legend who the trail was named after. So this should be fun. We're looking very much forward to getting you guys some more footage and bringing in more reports from the trail. We've got a perfect day today. It's absolutely gorgeous.
You can see in this aerial shot that we're set up at the trailhead now. Drivers are out. Everybody's talking a little bit, checking their equipment. Some people will be airing down, get their tires ready for the trail. Next, you'll see Milt Thompson gather the drivers and do a drivers meeting. And in that, he's just talking about, what to expect today. His main objective is to keep people safe and make sure everybody has a good experience. I think this day this was our day 2 on Milt's Mile. We had 34 or 37 Jeeps, I don't recall exactly, but it was a huge group. That red JL we're looking at now is the JL1 build from Dixie.
Different lines on them. You can make them about as hard as you want, or you can make them relatively easy. So it just depends on what line you want to take a shot on.
Look for us to do a special video on that build coming soon.
And everybody have fun and be safe. Okay, let's go.
We said, have fun and be safe. Time to hit the trails.
What's up, man?
Morning.
Good morning. You feeling good?
Yeah, much
good.
Better.
Yeah, much better.
I'll see you later.
Hey, anytime with the drone is good after they get going. Let people get up a little. Yeah. Because it's this group. It's gonna take.
I'm free from living lies. Free from my own deception, headed the right direction. I walked through the fields of mud. I thought I'd find a shelter in you, our perfect sky. Doors open, doors closed.
It's approximately a mile. We added a section in the middle, so we call it kind of the 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
But so it's somewhere between a mile and a half. In
Nice.
length.
And typically if you ran it, how long?
If we run it solo, 45 minutes.
Wow, okay.
With a group, 4 to 6 hours. We've got 30 plus vehicles today.
You got a big
so
line.
it's going to be a little bit.
Okay, all right,
But,
good. Excellent.
Okay.
All right, let's take a look at this first obstacle on Milt's Mile. It's about 8:30 in the morning. Rained the day before, so the sand is wet, and you get the wet sand on the rocks, and It's like grease. There's very little traction to be had.
Second Jeep trying to attempt this very slippery shelf here on Mill Smiles. Combination of very wet sand. So once we get that sand on this slick rock, it's like gravel. So as you can see, we've had just one Jeep make it up, but it's this kind of climb is tough. Just finding the traction, getting those tires to bite is hard. So he's going to try it on a little easier side, but we'll see how many Jeeps can get up this. This one's tricky. To me, this is as bad as the rock being wet. We pick up that damp sand, get it on the slip rock, and it's just like marbles under the tires.
Oh, here's Mark from Terraflex. Let's see how he does on his first attempt. If I remember right, he tries this first one without being locked. Sometimes Jeepers will do that just to get a feel for what kind of traction we have. Then he'll back it down, lock up those axles, and give it another try. Let's see how he does. That's Bryce Thompson in the red hoodie who's giving him the spot on this one. His dad Milt is moving up the trail to start working the next set of obstacles. There it is. He's up. Nicely done. This buggy was on 41-inch pit bulls.
Nice.
He walked right up this thing, as you can see.
41.
Close, brand new pit bulls, and I absolutely love them.
How much pressure are you running right now?
9 pounds.
9 pounds.
Yep.
Nice. So we'll get some pictures of it. This might walk. So I don't know where I'm going to post anything.
As you can see, 9 pounds of air in a 41-inch tire. It's got to be super soft, super grippy. Looks like he's got 15-inch wheels on there, so that's a lot of rubber.
I am Teresa Davidson. I live in Hurricane, Utah. But now, when I'm in my 91 Cherokee with my husband, I'm his right-hand driver. So I'll tell him about how much space he has over there.
Okay.
You know, you might want to pull more over to the left.
Yeah.
Bada. So that is another thing that we do too. So we work together as a team. Brian, for instance, when we're on this trail.
Jeep, what's the story behind it?
This Jeep?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Brian's better at this than me. It's a 98.
Yeah.
And we bought it for him. We found it on an old farm, my husband and I, and it didn't look like this.
Okay.
And it was literally falling apart, basically. And so my son, we bought it for him. He got it for song, brought it home, sat on our RV pad in Pleasant Grove for 8 years.
Yes.
And then he finally got around to building it.
How do you feel so far with the trail? There's about 34 cars here, and the obstacle wasn't that easy at all. I think I caught you on one of the very first trail. You were just like going up like no issue. So you definitely got some skill. How long have you been driving?
Well, let's see, I'm 64, so I've been driving since I was, what, 16? But I had a Jeep when I was younger, so I bought my first Jeep when I was 24, and I've been wheeling ever since.
Right, wow, this is...
So you can see Teresa's been driving for, what, 50 plus years, and she attempted every large obstacle, got her Jeep Comanche up everything that was tough on the trails. I was really impressed with her abilities. Here's an aerial shot over the reservoir. We stayed over in St. George, which was only about a 20-minute drive over to the fairgrounds to kick things off. This is going to give you a good shot of what we look like on the trail. And as we're out there running that many Jeeps on any given trail, there's a lot of waiting time as each Jeeper works his vehicle or her vehicle up the obstacles. So it's a time when a lot of people will simply park, get out, watch what's going on the trail, learn something from the driver ahead of them. It seemed to me that every driver that watched a Jeeper work an obstacle, when it was their turn, they were a little better at it. They had learned something from being part of the experience, which is, that says a lot about the Jeep community. It's a lot about the experience. It's so much about community and people helping each other. It's friendly. Everybody's there willing to help you. It's just a great experience to be on the trails with other Jeepers. It's one of the things I really love. This is my first trip to Sand Hollow, and this event was way more than I expected. A lot more fun, a lot more community. The scenery and the trails are spectacular. It's like take everything Moab is and condense it into a very small area. The obstacles come at you on the trails, one after another in a very quick succession, which really serves to keep the drivers on their toes and very focused on what they're doing. It was also really special to be out with both Bryce and Milt Thompson, see how they spot, see how they coach and work with drivers. They both have an amazing ability to keep you calm and to help you get the best out of your driving technique. I was so impressed with both of them. If you have an opportunity, stop by their shop in St. George, Dixie 4-wheel drive, and talk to these two.
Hi guys, we really hoped you enjoyed part 1 of the story on wheeling in Sand Hollow at Winter 4x4 Jamboree. In part 2, we're going to be back on the trail on Milt's Mile, taking a look at some of the obstacles called Three Monkeys, as well as a special segment on spotting that will be with Bryce Thompson. That's going to be super cool. We hope you guys are enjoying the work. We love sharing these things with you. If you have any comments, please leave those for us at the bottom of the comment section on the blog. And also look for us on Facebook and Instagram at expeditionbuilds.com. Looking forward to getting back to you guys with more content. Thanks.